little bit. I know we just talked Chiefs and Josh Allen and everything. So obviously we had the big play in that Chiefs Bills game where Josh Allen, they try to do the tush push again. It had been stopped earlier in the game. You can't tell if it's on 4th and 1 or 4th and kind of half a yard. Josh kind of trying to move the ball in the pile. And at first they mark him short, right? Then they review it. And they upheld the call. It was a little weird. It felt like maybe the ball did cross by like a third of the ball, but again, you couldn't really tell what was there. So I dug into this and I wanted to see how close are we to having, RFID within footballs and really being able to track this, right? I mean, if you watch a tennis match and when the ball goes out of bounds, they start clapping and they automatically know where the ball hit. They show it on the screen. And it's done. It's a quick check, and it's done very quickly. And so the tough thing, right? Like right now, the NFL has 6 ultra high definition cameras coupled with computer vision software that measure the distance between the football and the first down line. Like that's what you see on TV when you're looking at the yellow line or whatever it is. I think it's like green on Amazon, stuff like that, right? So that's what we've grown up with. That's what we've known. That's what you see when you see some of these replays. But something that is started to be worked on is technology through Hawkeye. We've talked about Hawkeye a ton of times on this podcast. And they have started a trial with optical tracking system, again, similar to what you see detected in tennis balls and in tennis matches on the pro level, with this essentially RFID technology placed into the balls and with the cameras around the field, being able to track where the ball is at any time. The reason right now that they do not utilize this is because really the complication of the cameras are. They feel like there's immediate and impactful complications to where the cameras are, which is what we see on the broadcast every week as to why they are not going to this system essentially now to be able to use this Hawkeye system in place of the chain gang. But really interesting, I think, because the Future Football Committee, which is the NFL's competition committee, has looked into this and has started approving the trials. But again, it feels like maybe a season or a couple seasons away from replacing the chain gang and going to this technology, which would change everything, right? I've always thought about it for such a long time. Like, why do we still see these guys, these, older gentlemen, no offense, right, staring down? And the interesting thing with the Josh Allen play, if you watch it again, you got one referee from like the far side. He's got a first down. The guy on the near side has him short. And that's how we've been graded football for the longest time. And, now with betting and all these different partners, we have to do something a little bit different, I think, moving forward. And hopefully Hawkeye and the NFL will figure this out so that we have the RFID technology into footballs moving forward.
The irony of Elon bringing Department of Government Efficiency, DOGE, into the U.S. government should have like DOS, Department of Sports Efficiency, because like you're saying, we've had an antiquated way of measuring. And those guys, a lot of people just collecting checks out here. Why do you need the 10-yard? I love the chain gang. Obviously, it's like a nostalgia type of thing. But we have iPads and you have people have smart homes nowadays. You're using Chat GPT to do your homework. Like we've evolved as a species. So